Hey everyone, my name's Mariah, and I'm so excited to be working with Bare Minerals today to bring you this really edgy, chic, editorial fall makeup look. If you would like to see how to recreate it, then just keep on watching. I'm going to start out with priming my face with the Prime Time Foundation Primer. I really like this primer because it's super lightweight. It gives the powder foundation something to stick to, and it also helps to fill in any of my larger pores and any of the fine lines that I have going on my face. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Bare Pro Full Coverage Foundation. I really like this. It's very, very thick, dense, full coverage, but it still feels very light on the skin. I really packed it on and I still felt like my skin could breathe. With a lot of powder foundations that I've tried, you can just feel it. You just know it's there. You know it's lurking on your skin. This one, super lightweight, doesn't really feel like anything's on your skin. To conceal, I'm going to be using the Bare Skin Serum Concealer. This surprised me. I had totally thought this was going to lift up the powder foundation, kind of pull it off the skin a little bit. It absolutely did not. As you can see while I'm blending it out, it blended seamlessly over that powder foundation, and I had like the fullest coverage happening. So nice, very full coverage. I recommend setting with the powder afterwards because it is very thick and very creamy. I set mine with the translucent powder from the Invisible Light Duo, or I should say the matte powder. Despite this powder being so translucent, it still does lend a lot of brightness to the under eye and is virtually undetectable. Like, it doesn't make your under eye look cakey whatsoever, and it also sets foundation that is on your fine lines really nicely and keeps things from kind of caking up in there. Moving on to the eyes, I'm using the Bare Neutrals palette, and I'm going in with the shade Namaste, and I'm just going to be blending this all over the upper crease area. I primed my eyelids with that concealer as well, and it actually worked really nicely as a primer. The shades are blending out really smoothly. Lots of smoothness happening. Then I'm going in with Wonderlust on the outer corner. I wanted to create a really elongated hazy eye. It's one of my favorite looks to create. Instead of just kind of blending things aimlessly, I like to drag out that haze and create it into a nice elongated shape. I feel that it gives the eye a more alluring appearance and gives some structure to the look despite the fact that it is so blown out and so editorial. So as you can see, I just kind of applied that with a flat brush, and now I'm going in with a dense fluffy brush to just blend that out and apply a little bit more in the crease. And then I'm going back in with Namaste and blending everything out to give it a little bit more of a warmer haze. It was becoming a bit too cool toned for me and I wanted a bit more dimension. And this step will obviously kind of mute everything out, so it allowed me to get a good base shading down. And now I'm going back in with a little pointed pencil brush and more of the darker shade and really just drawing that out, elongating that corner of the eye and really deepening that up. I'm also going to take Namaste on the lower lash and use only the shade on the lower lash just because, again, I want to keep a lot of that dimension happening, so I really preferred this warmer shade down there, and I'm just really keeping this at that outer third and really diffusing it. On the inner portion of the lid, I'm going in with the shade Cognac, and I really like this shade. This was not applied wet, first of all. The color payoff on this metallic is insane, so I'm just going to be using the same brush for this whole process. I apply it with a flat brush, turn the brush sideways, and then diffuse that in the crease because that allows some of the pigment, the illumination, to get in the crease, but not too much to the point where you look like you have a lot of shimmer happening. It just makes the look more smooth rather than going in and blending out and then reapplying, etc. For mascara, I'm using the Lash Domination Mascara, and I'm applying 2 coats to the top and bottom lashes. As you can see here, this mascara is really nice and black, really separates the lashes nicely. I left the lashes really piecey because I felt it gave a nice undone kind of editorial look to a rather polished and shapely diffusion on the eye. To finish up the face, I'm going to go in with Ready Bronzer in the shade The Skinny Dip, and I'm just going to be bronzing all over with this. I'm not doing a lot of heavy contouring today. I wanted to keep things soft and diffused on the face to complement the eyes. For blush, I'm going in with Ready Blush in the shade The One, and I'm just going to be applying this to the apples of the cheeks and blending that back toward the ears. I did a little bit of a heavy-handed application here so that we had a lot of color in the face. Since the eyes were so neutral toned, I felt like I was a little bit washed out, so I really wanted to bring some of that life back into my body. Then I'm going to be going back in with the Invisible Light palette, and this time I'm taking the glowy shade, and I'm just going to apply this on the high planes of the cheekbones as well as in all of the other areas one would normally illuminate, so the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and the center of the forehead. This illuminator is perfect for those of you who like iridescence, but nothing too loud or too crazy. It can go on very subtle, or it can be built up to be very reflective. To complete the look, I'm going to go in with Freestyle lip liner and then top that with Minx lip gloss. These are both from the new Gen Nude collection. I really like this lip pencil. It's very creamy and very smooth without being overly so you still have a lot of control. You're able to really get the shape of your lips down if you do overline them like I do. And I'm just going to fill in my lips with this to act as a base and give the lip gloss something to stick to. And then I'm going to apply that lip gloss first with the applicator, just one nice thick layer, rub my lips together, and then blend that out with the finger to create a little bit of a soft, hazy look to the edges of the lips. And once I did this, the look was complete. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's look. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to follow Bare Minerals on their social channels so that you can see more looks like this.